crafters, today we are going to be making a panel card. This is a great opportunity to use a lot of your DSP. We do have a tendency to hold on to that DSP or designer series paper, but let's use it today. Hi, this is Creative Moments by G. I'm G, and we are so happy that you're with us today. So come on and join me at the crafting table. Let me show you what this panel card looks like. Look at this. It is so easy to make. We're going to make a belly band for it just to help it stay closed. Look at that. Now I'm going to discuss this card with you in a little bit, but first I want to discuss the stamp sets that we're going to use. Today we're going to use Sketched Plaid and the Fluffiest Friends for our first card. Now this stamp set isn't available yet. It's going to be available through Stampin' Up in January, but I just couldn't help myself. I had to color this cute little honey bear. Now remember, as we make this design, you can use anything that you currently have. Flower stamps. If you have some cute little animal stamps, this works with any stamp set that you have. I just want to show you what's coming up in January because it is so cute. So the first thing you need to do is go ahead and grab your cardstock. Now we're going to cut our base card. So if you have a Stampin' Up trimmer, go ahead and extend your arm, and we are going to cut it at 11 by 5.5. So we're going to leave the length, but we are going to cut this at 5.5. And yes, this will fit in a regular envelope. So let's go ahead and make some score lines. We need to score at 1 3/4, 5.5, and 9 3/4. Now, don't worry about writing these down because I will have all these measurements and the supplies over on our website, creativemomentsbyg.com. All you have to do is click on my blog. So now we have our base card, and let's just put our trimmer to the side and let's get this folded. We are going to turn it with the short tab on the left. We're going to fold that in. We know this middle line right here is simply the center of our card. So bring in your bone folder, give it a good crease, give this one a good crease, and now we're folding over and folding back. It just kind of creates almost a curtain, right? But here we have our panel card now. Look at that. So easy. The next thing we want to do is grab your designer series paper or your pattern paper and let's cut some mats. So our mats, we need a 1 by 5 1/4, a 1.5 by 5 1/4, and then for here we need 3.5 by 5 1/4. Well, since everything was 5 1/4, I went ahead and I just cut our strips. So all we have to do is bring in our trimmer and cut the length of our strip, which we know is 5 1/4. Let's just give that a cut. That's one strip. Let's bring in our other strip. Let's go ahead and cut that at 5 1/4. And now I stamped this and I double stamped it. I put it in my stamp apparatus and then I just moved it over so that I could get the yellow stamp in there as well because our colors really are red and yellow. So let's go ahead and lay this down on the front panel. Isn't that cute? We're just lining this up to make sure that we have the same border all the way around. Now we're going to bring in that gorgeous pattern paper. And as I'm doing this, just imagine all the different stamp sets that you have that you could use to recreate this panel card. There are so many possibilities. You can make a beautiful Christmas, fall, birthday. Get out there and let's get creative. Now look at that. How cute is that? Just love that designer series paper. And you would think this is designer series paper, but we made it with that stamp. Sketched plaid. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and decorate this. But I want to stamp just a little bit in here. So if you pull out this stamp set or any stamp set that you have, I see we have some flowers. We have a little cute little guy right there. We could do that one. Or we could just kind of do him in the corner again, which I think that would be really cute. So let's just get him going. And I'm going to put down a piece of paper because I will be stamping off. And I'm bringing in my early espresso to use as the stamp for this cute little bear. And I'm just going to put him in the corner. So let's just put him right here. We want to make sure and color that honey pot. Look at that. Is he not adorable? And now I'm just going to bring in all these blends. We have our real red, our ivory, our pecan pie, and our daffodil delight. So let's go ahead and just color our little bear and our honey pot. I'm going to bring in some ivory to color his little ear and his little pad on his foot. Also his nose area. And I'm going over his tip of his nose just to make it a little blacker. Now we're going to color his honey pot. And I'm going to start with the light and then I'll come back in with the dark. And look at that. How cute is he? Now let's go ahead and add that to this side. You still have plenty of room to write. I love this design. This is a great card to make several quick cards. Thank you cards also. And now we have this strip right here. Now, if you are going to add anything, you want to make sure and add it before you glue it down. You know how we like to do that, just in case we have any uh-ohs, right? So let's just add some glue because I'm not going to put anything else on that. Now look at this. How cute is that? But we still need to do our belly band for this card. So we have cut a 9-inch by 1-inch strip, and we use the Hive embossing folder to emboss the front of it. Look how pretty that is. Now we're just going to put that right here in the center, fold it over, and just press. And we're going to use our tape runner just to get this taped. Now look at that. It slips on and off just fine, holds it together. But now we want to go ahead and decorate the front of this. Now, we went ahead and colored another bear just like the one that we colored before. Look at how cute he is. We are going to set him up on there, and then we need to stamp our sentiment. So a cute sentiment from that stamp set is "You're as sweet as honey." Now we want to make sure this is lined up straight. So let me give you a little tip. Use your mat and line it up right here on this line, on any line that you have, and then take your acrylic block to it. That way you know that it's straight. So let's go ahead and bring in our black. Tap, tap, tap. Going to just stamp it. Perfect. And now we are going to bring in cute 3 little hearts that we have. We're going to use some real red to get that stamped. Just put it right there. Look at how cute that is. Now, look at that. So cute. But guess what? I already have one cut out. So now we can just use our dimensionals and add this right on the front of our belly band. So let me grab those dimensionals. Just going to add some dimensionals right here on the bottom half. And you don't need many. I know a lot of people use a lot of dimensionals, but really this is plenty. This will go through the mail just perfectly. We're going to set it up just like that. And then we're going to use our mini dimensionals for this one. I took the dimensionals off, and now we're just going to put this right here on the front of our belly band. And look at that. Look at how adorable that is. You take the belly band off. Oh, look how cute that is. You open it up. You have another little bear with his honey pot. You have plenty of room to write your sentiment. And there you have our first card. We're going to make another card with you. Can you wait until this comes out in January of 2024? This is just too cute, right? Well, the next one, I couldn't stand it. We're going to do this one, Be My Valentine. This comes out in January 2024. They're just so cute. I had to make the card using these 2 stamp sets. But remember, once again, let those creative juices flow. Start thinking about all the stamp sets that you have right now that you could use to create this panel card. So I already took out a black piece of paper. I cut it 11 by 5.5, and I made those score lines at 1 3/4, 5.5, and 9 3/4. And so I have my base card. Right here, I have the inside of my card. I'm going to bring in some paper because I'll probably stamp off just a little bit. And this has the cutest punch so that when you stamp your little bee, you can punch this out. And I'm going to show you a trick for when you do get this stamp set. Okay, so I'm going to just stamp some hearts right here. So I'm going to bring in my real red. Just going to put a few hearts. Bring in my little cute hearts. Okay. So let's go ahead and lay this down on our base card. So we're going to open this up. We know the skinny one goes here. Now this could be a special card. You could use this for Valentine's Day when it comes around. You could even doll this up for Christmas. I'm thinking about you. Merry Christmas. You'll always be special to me if you happen to have a bee. But this is such an easy design, a panel card, and you're going to love creating this. Okay, so we have the inside done. Now this comes with some beautiful DSP that has little bees on it. Look at those adorable little things. And if you are already a demonstrator, well then you probably already have this because you pre-ordered. But if you want to sign up, you can get this early. So that is one reason to sign up. Plus you get 20% off, so that doesn't hurt. So we're going to go ahead and get this glued down to the front of our panel card. Oh my goodness, so cute. Look at that. Let's get this laid down right on the front. Making sure that we have the same border all the way around. Now on this side, I decided to take our Hive embossing folder. This is a fantastic embossing folder. It's currently out, so you can get it. And it does so many things, but look at this. Look at how pretty that is. Look at that. Now, you can do it that way because that's really more realistic to the hive. Just like that. We can glue it down, or you can turn it like this. So here it is upright. And here it is to look more like a hive. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this the other way because I like it that way. So let's go ahead and get this glued down. Now, this is a 3D embossing folder, so you need to make sure you get enough glue to hold it to your card. Really press it down. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And now we're going to get to stamping our bee. And I'm going to show you a trick when you get this stamp set to stamp this bee. Because we have a punch, we need to make a template for that. And so just take a piece of cardstock and punch it out. Because you want to make sure that when you go to punch this out, everything is in exactly the right position. So see how everything is in the right position? If you just stamp all over the page, then it's not going to cut out your hearts and so forth. And these are actually the wings to the bee. So let's go ahead and stamp this. Let's hold down our mat just like this. Make sure you have it turned the right way, because we're going to punch it out just like that. And we're going to bring in our body first, and we're going to stamp that in Daffodil Delight. So let's just use that as a guide and stamp right in the center. Okay. Next, we're going to bring in his little stripes. We're going to bring in our black. Get this all inked up really nice and dark. And just stamp right over his body. Look at that. So cute. Now we're going to bring in the red. But for his wings, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stamp them red. I wasn't going to, but I think I will. And we're going to stamp a little one right there. And now we're going to come in with some black, and these are the outline to his wings. So we're going to stamp that. Just right over the heart. Look at that. So cute. Now watch what happens when we bring in the punch. We have everything lined up. Now if you have a short piece of paper like this, let me show you a trick. You can take a Post-it note, just put it right on the end of your paper, and now you have a handle. Just going to slip this in. Now make sure you keep this template for next time, and make sure that it's turned right when you stamp it. You don't want to stamp it this way. You want the little pointer to go to the right. So now we can put our little bee together just like this, but he needs a face. So let's go ahead and bring in his little face and his little antenna. Now, on our belly band, we went ahead and we cut it 9 by 1. We are going to put this to the back and go ahead and get it taped down, just like this. Use your tape runner. And on this one, we cut some striped paper that we're going to put right on the front. We're going to add our little wings right here on the back of our bee with some dimensionals. And now we're just going to add him right here along with our sentiment. Now we went ahead and we stamped our sentiment with our 3 little hearts. We cut it out, so it's going to go right here. So let's go ahead and set that up on some dimensionals. And what do you think about these 2 cards that we made? Now I want to bring in our other one. We didn't really discuss it very much. Look at those beautiful flowers on the DSP. That is just gorgeous designer series paper. This is simply a label. We added some gems right here. And then we cut this flower out. This is some more patterned paper that we used from another set. But we cut this flower out, and look at that, just gorgeous. So if you buy the paper and you don't have the stamp set, you can still use the flowers, you just cut them out. We also cut the flower out right here again, and we did a little bit of shading. That's just a great technique to make it not so white. Just bring in that shading. We're going to add this back on. We'll take a moment and leave a comment. What do you think about these new stamp sets that are coming out? Are they not adorable? I absolutely love them. You can actually get this stamp set and the designer series paper. You can get that now, and it is so beautiful. Well, which is your favorite? Remember, you can use this template with any stamp set that you have. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. I hope that you love this panel card. The belly band makes it lay down perfectly. It is so easy to use any pattern paper that you have. And we are all about right now making it easy to make cards because we know how busy everyone is. Well, if you were inspired just a little bit, take a moment, give us a like, and share with your friend. Monty and I want to wish you a fantastic week, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.